Good morning, guys. I'm so sorry this has taken me so long to send you an update. It's been quite busy. Ira went off on a 2-week trip out, so I've been standing in as administrator, holding the fort. So it's been quite a busy time. You can see I'm filming from the hospital. So at the moment, nothing's really changed in the sense that we're not really seeing COVID-19 up in these parts of the country. We're baffled, to be honest. We're quite amazed that it hasn't spread as fast as we thought it might or had the potential to. We've been praying a lot, so we say we're baffled, but actually we're just believing it's answer to prayer. We did hear from a family member down in Lusaka who said that they know of two family members that have died this last week due to COVID-19, and they think it's getting worse in Lusaka. But to be honest, it's so hard to tell because for some reason, I don't know why, the Ministry of Health have stopped giving their regular updates. So they usually do one, it's supposed to be once a week, but they're not even doing that at the moment. So it's very hard to really know what's going on in the country. So we're just carrying on here, and we've been having some meetings with the district about what we need to do to get registered as a hospital. That's really been our goal this year. It wasn't a very good feedback from them, to be honest. They kind of say that we need to have all the equipment to be able to open as a register as a phase 1 hospital, and they say because we're partly private, we're not completely government run, we're a mission hospital, and we're on the bottom of the list to receive anything from the government. So in the natural, it seems quite impossible that it's going to be anytime soon, but we just know God's timing is perfect. So we're just really praying for provision. And obviously you guys know about the Satch 100 challenge that our friend Claire Brown has set up, and she's been busy raising money, although feeling very frustrated at the moment. She said because of COVID-19, she's, her efforts have kind of ground to a halt because of life in the UK and how it is at the minute. But yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to focus on at the minute. And as in terms of COVID-19, we haven't become isolation yet because there's no coronavirus. And basically they've said as soon as we have a case in the district, that's when they're going to make us an isolation unit. So sadly, it seems like it'll just be a very last minute race to get everything set up as soon as we have one patient. So what else? Yeah, we are really pushing to become phase 1 hospital for many reasons. As you know, we serve a huge area of people that come to us, even though we're just rural health centre status. And we've had some struggles lately with the local district hospital, which is where we take our patients for referrals or for scans or even emergencies. And they've been complaining about us taking our patients there because even though they are only a 40-minute drive away, the hospital we're supposed to take them to is like a 2-hour drive away on a terrible road, which is just near on impossible when we have emergency situations. So we've been meeting with the guys at the hospital there, trying to find solution. But really, we know that the ultimate solution is if we can get registered here, then we can keep our patients and treat them here. And also we often have a struggle with a lot of our patients that don't actually, they put up a fight, they don't want to go because the level of care there isn't great, and the resources are very sparse. I took some patients last week and our nurse came with us. She took them in, and when she came out, she said they were telling her they didn't even have cannulas. The most basic of things that you need for nursing, and they're lacking those things because they're a purely government hospital and the government just are not supplying those things. So we really know we're blessed here because we have support from the UK in various different ways, and when that money comes in, we use it for drugs and other things that we desperately need. And so we know we have the favour of God here. Anyway, I've been talking for 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop here. There's probably many other things I wanted to tell you, but I'll send another video when I do. Anyway, thank you so much for all your prayers, guys. We really, really appreciate your support and your prayers. We feel like we couldn't be doing this without all the support and prayers that we've been getting recently and over the last few years. And we know that together, we're on the ground here, but your prayers are so, so important in enabling us to do what we're doing. So we just want to say thank you so much, and God bless. The other thing I thought I should say was, obviously I've said that we're hoping to get registered as a phase 1 hospital. So I thought in terms of your prayers, it might be helpful for you to know what we kind of need for that to take place. So obviously we need to have all the equipment, but namely to start with x-ray equipment and various other bits and bobs just to get us started. And then the other big thing is staff housing. So we've met as a management team in the last couple of weeks, and we've talked about staff housing and how we can get some staff housing done, and which way that would work best. So we're in the middle of putting up another staff house, which is great, but we need several more, because if we become a phase 1 hospital, we're going to need loads of extra nurses, doctors, etc. So we came up with a sort of plan, and that was down at the trade school, where we've got lots of little mini houses at the moment. In there we've got some nurses, school teachers and other staff from on site down there, and we're thinking of, instead of building whole brand new houses, we might join those houses together, join two houses together to make little 2-bedroom houses, which would be much cheaper than having to build from scratch loads of new houses. So it's still a big project, requiring quite a lot of finance, but it's a cheaper option than starting from scratch. So that's another prayer point. We really need to get staff housing up, and obviously dry season, which is now up until October, is best time for building. Rainy season really isn't great because we have terrible big storms every day. So yeah, that's another really big thing that we need to get in place for us to be signed off as a hospital, because obviously the minute they sign us off and send people, we need to accommodate them. Just on a personal update quickly, because I didn't say that in my last video, our house build is going well. We found some really good builders, and they are really fast, which is brilliant. They've paused because they're just working on someone else's project at the moment, but we're getting more bricks delivered today to work on a little storehouse shed thing next to the house. So we've got somewhere to store all our equipment and cement and everything down there, because it's far from anyone else's house. So we need to find somewhere where we can put everything and it be secure and safe. And then we'll go back to the house build, where we'll start building doing the slab, because we've got the foundations in. So yeah, people keep asking, what's your time scale? When do you think it'll be finished? And really, we haven't got a plan. We're just literally doing it as God provides. So every time we get a little bit of money in, we put that into the next bit, and then we wait. So that's how we're doing it. And yeah, it's very hard to know when it'll be finished, because we've never done this before. And but we're just relying wholly on God and His provision and His timing. So it's exciting though. John's doing really well with that, managing that project as well as schooling the children at the moment, because I'm up at the hospital every day. And yeah, they're getting on really well, but we really appreciate your prayers for them too. Yeah, I'm going to sign off. Thanks so much. Lots of love. Bye.